Thank you, sir. I would like to take this opportunity to thank all the health workers of the state for being so sincere in the duties during the fight with the pandemic of COVID-19. I would like to place on record my sincere thanks to the health department, to the doctors, to the nurses, to all the paramedical staff of the health department. At the same time, to the ASHAs who have rendered their services tirelessly for bridging the gap between the health system and the public at large. The issue of ASHA within our state, it is not a new issue. Each and every one of us, we are aware the problem, the grievances that they have been facing in the past, even till date. We have seen just recently on Friday, they are again on the street to demand for their dues, to demand for a better honorarium, to demand for the better incentive, which should be at par with the service that they are rendered upon the people of the state. Sir, we know that the health department, through different paramedical staff, they have trying their level best to reach out to the people at ground, not only during the pandemic of COVID-19, all the time also. ASHA, they are performing their duties through the MCH department, to the NHM, to reach out at pregnant mothers, children, to make sure that the healthcare system will reach at the ground. The effort that they have been put into, it is commendable, despite of so many hard work that they have rendered. Still, there are few issues that need to be looked into by the health department and the government at large. Apart from visiting each and every household to guide the pregnant mothers, to guide the family who need to be looked into, to bring close to the health system, to the sub-center, to the PHC, to give awareness. At the same time, directly, indirectly, it has a link with IMR and MMR within our state. So it is very important that the issues and the grievances of the ASHAs and the ASHA facilitator, both these two sections, need to be looked into. And I have said in my opening remark, in the past also, they have been on the street. They have been running from pillar to post for their dues, for their incentive. So I would like to request the Honorable Minister, through this call attention, to look into this matter on these few points. For the ASHAs, the fixed honorarium, so far they are getting 2,000 rupees per month as the fixed honorarium. If we divide per day, it will come to around 66 rupees. Compared to the hard work, the service that they are rendered upon, it is not worth to. So, even though we understand that this 2,000 rupees also, it has just been given last year, I would like to urge the Honorable Minister, the department, to look into the matter, to raise this fixed honorarium, if not to 300 per day, also at least to 150 to 200 per day, so that it will come to 5,000 to 6,000. So that is the first point. Second point with ASHA is that with regard to the pending incentive, be it the incentive from the central government, be it the incentive from the state government, the MMBS, Meghalaya Maternity Benefit Scheme, we would like to urge the government so that they will be paid on time, this incentive for the visit from one household to another. At the same time, The incentive during COVID-19, which is need to be looked into, we urge the department, the government, to see that this incentive also will be cleared at the earliest. At the same time, over all these three issues, I would like to urge the government to ensure that the payment for all this honorarium, the incentive to be make it regular so that they won't suffer and wait for so long. The issue of ASHA facilitator, because they work hand in hand, sir, this ASHA facilitator are the one who are looking after the ASHAs, advise them. For them also, the fixed honorarium of 2,500 need to be raised. At the same time, the allowances for their visit, because they are getting 300 rupees per visit and 20 visit per month. So if we look at the present day expenses with the fare of the taxis or the sumos, or sometimes they have to hire vehicle, especially in the rural area, 300 rupees, if we compare to the present days, it is very less. So we urge the government to look into this issue of the ASHA facilitator also, so that they work hand in hand, the ASHA facilitator and the ASHA, so that we can make sure that the basic health benefit that the pregnant woman, that the children has to avail at the ground, we would like to ensure that the government will ensure, the present day government, because the health sector is very important, so that we could see the light of the day within the health sector. Thank you, sir, for allowing me to raise this call attention. I hope that the government and the Honorable Minister will give a reply which will satisfy this August House. Thank you, sir.
Minister Judge, for reply, please.
Mr. Chairman, sir. Thank you. At the outset, sir, I would like to first thank the Honourable Member from Nongpo, Shri Meral Won Siem, for bringing this calling attention notice, because it gives me an opportunity to clear certain misconceptions and certain doubts, and I would like to thank the Honourable Member for having brought this calling attention notice, for giving me this opportunity. Sir, as we all know, sir, the ASHA program was introduced as a key component of the community processes intervention under the National Health Mission in the year 2005. So the ASHA program has emerged as the largest community health worker program in the country, and it is considered as a critical contributor to enabling people's participation in health. So the ASHA is primarily an honorary volunteer, sir. They are selected from the community that they reside in, and they are eligible for performance-based incentives offered under various national health programs as compensation for their work as health volunteers, sir. So in the state, as on February 2022, the total number of rural ASHA are 6,801 and urban ASHA is 250. Total coming to 7,051, sir. So it's pertinent to mention here that the number of ASHA workers have increased from about 6,690 in the year 2018 to 7,051 in 2022. So this increase helps us reach each and every locality in the state, sir. So incentives for the ASHAs for which they are entitled based on their performance are as follows, sir. 1, under the NHM, sir, these are the ones, namely 6 of them, sir. 1, reproductive and child health program, rupees 7,651. Immunization, rupees 375. Number 3, health systems strengthening, rupees 1,200. Number 4, non-communicable diseases, rupees 60. Number 5, communicable diseases, rupees 1,550. Number 6, COVID-19 incentive from the union government sources, sir, is rupees 1,000. So there are 2 Government of Meghalaya initiatives since April 2021, and these are fixed incentive to ASHAs, which is at the rate of rupees 2,000 per month, and the COVID-19 incentive from state resources, which is rupees 1,000 per month. So with the introduction of the incentives from the Government of Meghalaya, an ASHA is guaranteed a minimum of rupees 4,000 per month, which is excluding the incentives under the National Health Mission, which are performance-based. So on an average, an ASHA is expected to earn an incentive of rupees 5,000 to rupees 10,000 per month, depending on their performance. So, the release of funds is done in this manner, sir. The program incentives under National Health Mission. So this has already been released to all the districts. The fixed incentives and COVID-19 incentives from Government of Meghalaya of rupees 2,000 and rupees 1,000 respectively per ASHA per month has been released to the districts in 2 installments. The first installment was released for payment till September 2021, and the second installment was released for payment till March 2022. So we have acknowledged that there is undoubtedly a delay in these incentives reaching in time to the ASHA workers. Hence, we had promised during last year that we will develop an efficient online claims and payment mechanism, thereby this delay would be reduced drastically. With the support of the National Health Mission, the ASHA and the ASHA Facilitator Payment mobile application has been developed. The sole purpose of developing the application is to ease the payment process of ASHA incentives and ensure timely disbursement of the same. The application will also be an important support tool for program officers at all levels, as it will enable regular monitoring and tracking of ASHA payment and ensure minimum time lags in payments. Sir, the Honourable Member had expressed concern about the delay in terms of payment of these incentives to the ASHA workers, sir. So I would like to hear, for the benefit of this entire House, sir, August House, and also the public at large, sir, would like to just let you know what the old system was and how that old system was very tedious, was a system whereby there were too many processes which resulted in such delays, sir. So the earlier process was basically the ASHA had to fill up a paper-based claim form once a month to keep one copy of the claim with herself and one copy to be handed over to the ASHA facilitator. The ASHA facilitator would in turn verify this claim form and then submit it to the ANM. So this ANM would then be verified, the claim form would then be verified by the ANM, and the ASHA facilitator would collect the ANM verified paper claim once again under her jurisdiction and then submit them to the medical officer for certification. The MO would then certify the claim form, and then again the ASHA facilitator would collect the claim form certified by the MO and submit it to the PHC, the Primary Health Center accountant. The Primary Health Center accountant would then prepare a consolidated month-wise payment file and process the same for payment through PFMS from the PHC bank account to the respective ASHAs. Now we can see how tedious this process was, sir, and very time consuming. So now as I just mentioned, that we have, with the support of the NHM, the ASHA and ASHA Facilitator Payment Mobile Application. Now with this new process, sir, number one, this is through a mobile app, sir. So the claim forms which will be submitted to the ASHA Facilitator and to the ANMs will be done on this mobile phone app, and we can see how seamless the process will become and how we will be cutting short on a lot of time wasted in paper forms, moving from one desk to the other and coming back, so on and so forth, sir. Therefore, sir, with this ASHA payment, ASHA and ASHA Facilitator Payment Mobile Application form, sir, this application app, I'm sorry. So we are very, very confident that the time unnecessarily taken for verifying all these claims would be cut short, and ASHAs would get their payments in a very, very short time, sir. We expect within 48 hours, sir. So this application has been rolled out on a pilot basis in the Umling block in Ribhoi district. And it is expected, sir, to be implemented in the entire state by April 2022, so in 2 months' time. I'm also happy to inform you, sir, that 74 ASHA workers of Umling block have successfully raised their claims and payments and have been made, to their accounts within 48 hours of their claim, sir. Therefore, sir, we are very confident that once this is rolled out in the entire state, these payment claims will be settled within 48 hours, sir. So this is one of its kind of application, and this has also been successfully integrated with the PFMS as well, sir. So therefore, sir, to address the concerns of the honorable member about delay in payments, sir, I am very, very hopeful, sir. I'm very optimistic that with the introduction of this app, this technological intervention, ASHAs will get their payments very much on time, the incentives which are due to them, sir. Sir, I would also like to mention here that the government has released a total of rupees 151 crores in the last 4 years for ASHAs for various incentive purposes, including the pending backlogs of the erstwhile Meghalaya ASHA Benefit Scheme and the Meghalaya Maternity Benefit Scheme, the MMBS, sir. Here I would like to just, for the benefit of this august house, sir, would like to make a comparison between 2013 and 18 and these 4 years, sir, that is 2018 to 2022, wherein, sir, in 2013 to 18, 5 years, sir, only 48.87 crores was released as payment to these ASHAs, sir. However, in the year 2018 and 2022, in these 4 years, sir, 151 crores have been released to the ASHAs. Therefore, sir, you can clearly see, sir, that the system, despite the kind of handicaps, despite the kind of difficulties that the department may be facing, the officers, the health officials, the whole health department has been working very hard to ensure, looking at the kind of yeoman's service that is being provided by the ASHAs, that payments are made to them on a timely basis and the due payments are cleared. Therefore, sir, when I say 151 crores which has been released in these last 4 years, these are payments which are inclusive of the backlogs of the previous years, the backlogs of the MABS, that is the Meghalaya ASHA Benefit Scheme, which was pending from 2013 to 2018, and also the Meghalaya Maternity Benefit Scheme, the MMBS, which was pending from 2013 to 2018, sir. So, sir, of the 151 crores that has been released, sir, in the last 4 years, about 79.49 crores, that is over 50% of the total amount, has come from state resources only, sir. So this goes to show how serious we are as a government to ensure that ASHAs are not neglected, sir. So I therefore urge the members of this House and ASHA workers alike, sir, to not believe that it is only rupees 66 per ASHA per day. This is something that is very misleading, sir, because I have already explained the kind of the incentives that they are getting. And with the incentives, sir, it comes to about rupees 5,000 to rupees 10,000 just incentives per month, depending on the performance of the ASHAs, sir. The program is designed, sir, the ASHA program is designed to be performance-based so that there is a genuine motivation to increase service delivery. With the coming of the new online application, so the claims mechanism shall be eased, and I'm very hopeful that the payments will be done at the shortest possible time, sir. At the same time, sir, I would also like to inform the Honourable Member and this August House and the public, sir, that a delegation of the ASHAs did meet me, sir, and they have expressed all their concerns, including all the concerns which have been raised by the Honourable Member from Nongpo. And, sir, regarding the increase, sir, of the fixed incentive, sir. So, therefore, sir, I would just like to assure the Honourable Member and this August House that, yes, sir, we are examining this matter. There is a due process, and, sir, we will examine and see how we can increase this fixed incentive to the best possible, in the best possible way, so that the ASHA workers can get the benefit of this, sir. So with these words, sir, I hope I've been able to clear most of the doubts which have been raised, or concerns rather, which have been raised by the Honourable Member from Nongpo, sir. And the incentives are in the process of being cleared, sir, and the most recent one being in the month of March itself, that we are clearing some of the incentives, sir, and one installment was already done in the month of September last year, sir. So with these words, sir, I hope I have been able to address all the concerns, and I would like to thank the Honourable Member once again for giving me this opportunity. And with this, sir, I resume my seat. Thank you, sir.
You may seek only one application.
I would like to thank the Honourable Minister for thoroughly explaining these very important issues of one of the very important component within the health system, the ASHAs. We hope that with introduction of the new app and the technology, that the payment for the dues will be faster. At the same time, as the Honourable Minister have replied categorically that the increase of this fixed honorarium also will be looked into. We will look forward that the department will see and will ensure that it will be made in due course of time. At the same time, another issue I have raised is with the travelling allowances of the ASHA facilitator. They are very less in number. They are not much. They are getting 300 per visit. If this can be looked into, it will be beneficial for the ASHA facilitator. Also, it can be increased from 300 to 500. This is my submission.
So I will get the matter examined, sir.